Time to take a look at the SYNCO XVision HD. Okay, so we do have our instructions. It says that is a range of 300 meters for the transmitter as well as the receiver, and that can accept for both the input and the output 1080p at 30 frames per second, 50 or 60 frames per second, and it says it has a 40 millisecond delay. So we got TX and RX, so this is the transmitter, this is the receiver, so this will plug into the monitor. This is one of the nice things about this one. This actually has a spot on the back where you can put an NP style battery. So if you don't want to have to find USB power for it, you can just plug a battery directly onto it. Got our on-off switch. That's nice. So that is actually a physical toggle. I'm used to them just being a press button. Got our pairing button. We have two antennas. Got a quarter 20 mount dial on the bottom, and we have two HDMI outs. So if we want to split this onto two different monitors, we can do that. That is very nice. For the transmitter, we got the same two antennas, same pairing button, same on-off, same 5 volts. We have the same battery slot there in the back, same quarter 20, and this has HDMI in as well as out. That's awesome because what that means is we can actually use this as a pass-through device. So we can plug our cable in here, we can have it sending our information to the receiver, and we can also send it out directly to whatever we're going to be having that's close by. So very nice, so we got that. And we've also got our cables. These are both our power cables. That is USB-A to USB-C. Does not come with an HDMI cable. You will have to supply that. I'm going to plug that into my receiver, and I'm going to supply power with the USB-C. I can turn that on, and we can see that it does actually have a display on it. Okay, so right now it says it is receiving, it does have power, and there is currently no video transmitting. And we can see the default image that we get by plugging this into our display. Then on the other side, I'm going to plug this into the camera, and I'm going to supply power from the V-mount battery. Okay, so that is turning on, and it says no video, so let's go ahead and turn the camera on. There we go. So it says 1080 and 60 frames a second, and we are transmitting to our monitor. So what makes this so good is that we can pick this guy up, we can move it around, we don't have to worry about any cables getting in our way, we don't have to worry about tugging on any cables, and that is overall just a much better solution. So it does show the data read at 60 frames per second on both the receiver as well as the transmitter. I didn't have to do anything to pair it, but if we did have to pair it, all we have to do is press the pair button on the side. It says for 5 seconds. Pairing, and do the same thing for the receiver. There we go. And they are now paired. So it took about 10-15 seconds. But there is really nothing to it. So yeah, I love the versatility on that thing. We got so many outputs on here so that we can just continue to output to different monitors. So if you got one for yourself, one for a client, or one for your DP, there's just a lot of options for outputting, as well as having the capacity to run directly battery powered, or even directly powered if you prefer. That is going to make this an excellent little transmitting system. So if you're like me and you don't like using that little display on the back of the camera, but you also prefer a wireless connection, this is going to be an excellent kit for that.